So it's been an exciting conversation talking about building friendship in marriage. Now, this conversation was triggered by the fact that someone said they really wanted to be friends with their spouse and they didn't know how to do that. And now there are some relationship, some married relationship where the spouse is the best friend, your husband is your best friend, your wife is your best friend. But I know of some other marriages where the wife is even not the first person that comes to mind when they need help, when they need to do something. Same it is, the husband is not the first person that comes to mind when they need counsel, when they need comfort, or when they have something to do. Now, that in such kind of situation, it just means that the husband is not the wife's friend, and the wife is not the husband's friend. But in every marital relationship, the couple are supposed to be friends. Now, when issues happen, that's the person you're supposed to call on first, talk with, seek counsel from, seek comfort from. It is expected that your spouse is the one who understands you the most, who's got your back, and who always will be there for you. Some of the tips that I shared with her are what I've been sharing in the video. This is the third one, and I encourage you to look out for the other two so you can get the full picture of what I have been talking about. I've talked about open communication, I've talked about respect and appreciation. And I've also talked about trust and honesty. These are ingredients that will help in building friendship in marriage. But you must remember that building friendship in marriage does not just start, that does not happen overnight. It goes over time. And when you are doing that, you want to be honest and you want to maintain integrity, because trust comes before love. A woman can have sex with her husband, yet her mind is not there. There's no trust, there's no integrity. She just does it out of the duty of the marriage. So you want to be careful of the things that you're bringing into your marriage. Now, number 6 is conflict resolution. I'll tell you this. In any relationship where you have constant misunderstanding, you cannot be friends. You can't be friends. Now, when a woman is going to be sexually intimate with her husband, she brings in all of her emotion. She brings in all of her mind if she's going to enjoy it. Now, it's not the same with a man. I'm not saying that a man does not bring in an emotion, but what I'm saying is that when there is a misunderstanding, a man can still have fun, sexual intimacy. But for a woman, she's totally tuned off. In fact, she will not get into the mood when there are conflicts that are not resolved. She will hold on to it. So, in order to build friendship in marriage, there must be healthy disagreements. Now, you see, I said earlier that there are times when you will disagree in marriage. And that disagreement means that you need to respect each other's opinion why you are disagreeing. Now, here in conflict resolution, there has to be healthy disagreement. I don't have to agree with what you're saying. Doesn't mean I hate you. Doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. Doesn't mean I love you less. It just means that I don't understand what you're saying. If there is a way you can make me understand, then that's fine. So you have to accept that conflict is a part of any relationship, not just marriage. You grew up in a different environment, different principles, different values, maybe different tribes, different area, and you come together trying to be one. So there will naturally be disagreement, but you have to approach them with a problem-solving attitude rather than blame. So something happened, you don't have to tell your spouse that you did this, that's why this happened. You want to look at it before you begin to pass the blame. Even when they are to blame, by all means, remove your eyes from the blame and put yourself in your spouse's shoes and ask if they did that deliberately. Because oftentimes when we sit in counseling to talk with couple, they are passing blame, and I ask the person passing the blame, do you think your wife would have done this deliberately, or your husband would have done this deliberately? So there's need to learn how to resolve conflict amicably so that the happiness, the joy, the bliss of the marriage is protected. Now, in conflict resolution, you must keep apology and forgiveness in front. I am sorry I broke your heart. It's a lot of healing than to pretend like you didn't do something wrong. I am sorry can mend huge fences. And when apology is given, this is expected that apology should be received. When you apologize to say, okay, fine, yeah, apology accepted, but you're still carrying on with your attitude like you're still offended. Well, is it that you're saying that I should just get over it all of a sudden? When you're offended, you may not be able to get out of the mood immediately, but apology has been given. You must accept it and move on. Each spouse must be willing to apologize to the other when they are wrong, and forgive your spouse mistakes. So you did something on Monday, you bring it up on Tuesday. You did something in January, you bring it up in February. That's not nice. If you keep bringing up old issues that your spouse, offenses that it should longer been forgotten, you're going to have a relationship where your spouse begin to behave like they are walking on eggshell. Number seven, the seventh suggestion about building friendship in marriage is personal growth. Personal growth. Now, I remember some time ago I was counseling a couple. One of them had gone ahead to take further education, and she got a better job. Things had improved for her, and she was really doing well. After some time, the gap began to show in the relationship. She had new desires, new aspiration. She began to apply for conferences abroad, but the husband wasn't doing so much to improve himself. Now, but at some year, they began to have huge disagreement because achievement began to pose threat to a blissful marriage. Not that in any way the man felt threatened, but she began to climb the ladder in such a way that she was less at home. Her circle of friends changed, and the husband began to get very uncomfortable. Now, one of the things that I suggested to the husband was, why don't you take this professional course and get this way? Because I noticed that the gap between them was education and exposure gap. Now, some would say, she's the woman, why don't she just put all of that aside and stay at home with the wife? Now, personal growth is important in any marriage, because as the marriage grow, there will be demands, especially financial demand, and personal development would help for you to expand finances that will take care of the home. So couples must encourage each other to get on individual development. As you are growing, encourage your spouse to grow, to pursue their goals, pursue their aspiration, pursue their interest. The fact that you're married doesn't automatically mean that there will be nothing to pursue. Each individual in the marriage must have something that they are pursuing, because growth as an individual will enhance your relationship. Now, on personal growth as in fostering the relationship, learn together. I usually like to encourage couples to take some time to find a seminar or a conference that both of them can learn together, so that both of you are exposed to the same information that can grow the two of you, meaning that you can take up new challenges together. You can take up learning new skills together, and in doing so, it keeps the relationship dynamic and not boring. Now, in the next video, I'm going to be talking about intimacy and affection in building friendship in marriage.